Good evening, my friends. We are live. This is Live Free or Die, and I am your host, Eli King, king of all alternative news on this Manhattan Neighborhood Network. This is the People's Network. And I'm glad to be back live, my friends. Thank the heavens I am live this week. Last week there was controversy. I came to the studio to come and be live with you, my friends, and they had a whole bunch of honeypots in here waiting for me, and I didn't know what to do. So I had to run out of here. I had bad feelings all around where I parked. There was some weird things going on, by the train. Everywhere I went, there was just chaos. So I didn't mind going home last week, and a replay went up, of course. I'm sure you saw it for all my dedicated viewers. A great replay, I may add. I'd like to thank Martha. Great job, Martha. I know you're downstairs listening. Yes. It was a great show. Anytime they decide to sabotage my show because I exposed Senator Leahy selling heroin, you can throw that episode up, Martha. That was great. It was an episode about vaccines and, basically get the waiver form. Don't allow them to put the poisons in your children. All right, this week, our first topic, I want to address my YouTube comments. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel. It is Live Free or Die MNN. You go to YouTube, there it is, right there. And apparently, Google has taken over YouTube. So, I for some reason, temporarily, I'm unable to respond to my comments. And but it still gave me a great idea. I would like to show and tell some of these comments that my great viewers have posted on my YouTube channel. And we will run right here, actually. This one is from I'm 12 O'Clock Rock. At the top of the pyramid is Satan and the fallen angels. Then you have the Blue Bloods, which is the royal family, along with the Black Pope and the Catholic Church. Then you have the 13 bloodlines, the different councils, etc. Great show once again. Thank you. I am 12 O'Clock Rock. Missy West is actually from Australia. I have a viewer in Australia. Missy West. The New World Order has been worked on for so long by stealth that we slept through the steps and accepted it as normal. The capitalist, consumerist, debt-based society must come to an end now. Not just Congress being denied to know the TPP's content, which is the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Every nation that this affects has been denied this information. This TPP is being sold as a free trade agreement, but is not. Representatives of global corporations, actually it is, meeting in secret and drafting TPP without any contribution or approval of governments, let alone citizens. Yeah, this TPP is bad, people. She says, wake up, people. This is the big SOS. Much love from Australia. Also, Luigi Garcia, 64. Great show, Eli. Keep this going. Peace. Thank you for all those comments that I couldn't get back to because Google has taken over YouTube, and for some reason they won't let me comment unless I change my channel name or something like that. I don't know, I'm going through all sorts of chaos. All right. Moving on now, there's something I wanted to talk about with our transit and our trains and throughout the country, our train system. You see, we get these derailments every once in a while lately, it seems, and they want to blame it on the drivers. They want to put cameras on the trains, and they want to cut the overtime for the train engineers. Instead, why don't we have a full overhaul on our trains and rebuild and restore our trains and tracks nationwide? This should be done nationwide. Other countries like Japan and China, they run on magnets. They run on bullet trains that go like 300 miles per hour. We still run on these metal rails and wood tracks, and It seems like we are being deindustrialized, my friends, into a third world country, where these third world countries or these other countries are surpassing us, when historically we were the ones who led the world when it came to trains. Other countries actually followed our example when it came to the train system or the train race. Well, it's time we bring jobs back to America, my friends, and have these bullet trains installed nationwide. I think that is a great idea. Let's renovate our transit system nationwide throughout the United States. And let's surpass the Chinese and the Japanese and all the other countries, because we are supposed to be the greatest country in the world. And I don't know what's going on there. We're supposed to have technology that is, we're supposed to have cities in space already, cities on Mars or the moon. We're still here on Earth. You can build cities underground. They have underground cities, but they won't tell you, like in Doce, New Mexico. You can just look up the Great Underground Alien War of '79. Phil Schneider talks about this. And they're actually becoming more and more mainstream with the alien agenda, I've noticed. More and more on regular TV. They're showing Phil Schneider clips on the History Channel and the Discovery America. And talking about the 9 different alien races, the reptilians, and the Great Alien War of '79, and how 79 Americans died in that war because they went into the level where they weren't supposed to go, apparently. All right, your thoughts on all this madness. This is Live Free or Die. We are on every Saturday at 6, only on MNN.org. This is the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. MNN.org every Saturday at 6. Give me a call, 212-245-7273. Give me your thoughts on all this madness. Meanwhile, in Detroit, heroin is being sold directly in front of public schools while kids wait for their school buses. How would you feel if you found out that heroin was being sold in broad daylight right in front of your school that your child was attending? Well, that's precisely what is happening in Detroit, it says here. This is from Michael Schneider, The American Dream. Why can America seem different or never seem to win the war on drugs? Why can't we win the war on drugs? Well, perhaps it's because the U.S. government has been systematically assisting the biggest drug cartel in Mexico, according to a major investigation that was recently conducted. The U.S. government has had an agreement, or an arrangement, actually, with the largest drug cartel in Mexico that stretches all the way back to 2000. But it stretches a lot further than that, my friends. With the Skull and Bone, they are the original heroin dealers in this country. All right, the truth is that we will never win the war on drugs with so much corruption going on. Yes. Because, like I said, you get people like Senator Leahy and all the other senators and bigwigs who get away with all this drug dealing. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. The reason why there's a mafia is because of prohibition. Had they not enacted prohibition, the mafia would probably not have existed. When you make things illegal in this free country, it only bolsters what the criminal element is. It only heightens. It only strengthens. It only finances their criminal frontiers. It jacks up the prices on whether it's illegal alcohol or illegal drugs. And the only people who profit are the criminals. So this is why drugs need to be decriminalized, as they were before 1933. Yes, all drugs were legal. You can go to the store and get your cocaine, Coca-Cola, to the pharmacy and get your bottle of dopamine, which was heroin in a bottle. but they figured they could make more money on the black market, smuggling it in, and with the help of the DEA, actually. I have an article here by Michael Fallon, Infowars.com. One day after court documents revealed the DEA to be smuggling billions in drugs with Mexico's notorious Sinaloa cartel, backing up a 2001 or 2011 report by the El Paso Times, the federal agency seemed desperate to keep its blood money flowing uninterrupted, calling the growing legalization movement reckless and irresponsible. Multiple federal agencies drunk on billions of taxpayer money are in the panic, and as the general public begins questioning the drug trade's real source. Attorney General Eric Holder's recent refusal to prosecute HSBC, a bank caught laundering billions of dollars in drug money for Mexican cartels. Yes, if you're a bank, you can deal drugs and launder drug money, you see. But if you are you or me, you will be wiretapped by the NSA, and the information will be given to the DEA, and they will lock your ass up. So let's get this straight, boys and girls. I do not sell drugs. I do not use drugs. And if they ever say I did, they set me up. Trust me, my friends. Another article here, Washington's blog. Big banks launder hundreds of billions of illegal drug cartel money. The big banks have laundered hundreds of billions of dollars of drug cartels. The feds are a big part of the problem, after all. Some support ruthless criminal drug cartels. But meanwhile, the same banks will not support legal marijuana dispensaries in states like Colorado and Washington. Which, by the way, I have to congratulate the people of Colorado and Washington. Congratulations. Your teams are going to the Super Bowl, but the most of all, the people, the citizens, have voted in to decriminalize marijuana, and they made it legal recreationally. All you have to be is 21 and over, and you can buy marijuana. Yes, crime will go down, the death rate will go down, and a lot of lives will be saved. Many cops have busted through doors and lost their lives because some rat gave a tip about some other scumbag growing 4 marijuana plants. I read a story like this about a couple of weeks ago. They went in to bust a guy for 4 marijuana plants, and the cop lost his life for 4 marijuana plants because there was a no-knock search warrant, and they busted open the door. And, you know, if you bust in my house, yeah, what, you know, not knocking, you know, shit happens. This is why we need to end the war on drugs. Too many people are losing their lives. Okay? My uncle lost his life in '86 in the crack war. He was murdered by some crack fiend in Brooklyn, looking for money or drugs. I don't know what. This is what I was told. I was only 7 years old. Thanks to Reagan and his Iran-Contra. Now it appears we're going to be going through the heroin wars. Yeah, it's coming. Oh boy. All right, let's go to this clip in regards to the drug wars. This article actually, how the prison industry and the drug war go hand in hand. This article is called Prison Inc. From Infowars.com. Let's throw it up on the screen there so you can see how the prison industry actually makes thousands and thousands of dollars by putting people in jail. And over 50% of these people are in there because of drugs. Yes, there are 2.3 million people living behind bars in the United States, costing the federal government $55 billion every year. This is prison, a growing industry. Yes, if I were you, as long as drugs are illegal, I would invest in prisons if you're into the stock market and stuff like that, which I believe the stock market is for suckers. But, yeah. Start putting put options down too, because that shit's gonna crash. Trust me. All right. Prison, a growing industry. Let's scroll down a little more. You get cheap labor. You get companies like Boeing, McDonald's, Victoria's Secret, Starbucks, who pay these prisoners between 93 cents and $4 per day. Yes, it's a government paycheck. It's like slave labor here, you know. They lock you up for using or selling the product that they shipped in, and then they make you their slaves. Now you got to work for them for 93 cents a day. Yeah, price per prisoner we got here. New York City, $188,000 for one prisoner every year in New York City. In 2012, that was. That's what most of these. That's probably what a captain gets paid in the corrections department, something like that with overtime. Yeah. So if you're struggling in life and you can decide to sell drugs and go to jail and hey, get 3 hots in a cot, or you can become a captain and babysit these criminals who or so-called criminals who get caught selling the government's product. All right, let's scroll down a little more. And prison versus jail there. Prison is a growing industry. It's a big business. Cheap labor, the government paycheck. It breaks it all down there. You can just go to Infowars.com. Check out that article for yourself. That's enough of that, my friend. Thank you very much. It's just sad. It's really sad. I tell you. All right, let's move on. Moving on to my next article here. Obama justifies NSA spying. Paul Revere did it first. Obama says that it's okay the NSA is spying on the American people and violating our Fourth Amendment, listening to all the emails and the phone calls, because Paul Revere did it first. Actually, if they had the technology back then, as they did today, as they do today, Paul Revere would have been caught, hung, and murdered for being a terrorist. Yeah, just throw the caller on. We don't screen calls here. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, it's just a curiosity thing more than anything. Your host, why the sunglasses?
Why these sunglasses? Because these fluorescent lights here, they bother my eyes. I like the old clandestine light bulbs. You know, and also, it's a message, my friend. Have you ever seen the movie They Live?
No, I just don't understand the message.
With Roddy Piper? Well, look up the movie They Live. And basically, the message is to the evil, elite, reptilian scumbags. I see you. See, when Roddy Piper put on these glasses, he saw who the real aliens were. He saw who the real scum who run this country today. And basically, that's how this country is being run. What that movie is how society is being run today. Eat, consume, you know, we're just slaves to society, sir.
That's it?
What's your take? Yeah, that's it. It's a message. It's a signal. It's a symbol. I see you. I see you for who you are, you evil scumbags. What's your take on?
They can't see you.
They can't see me?
It looks like, it looks like a deception. That's my point.
Yeah. Well, that's your opinion. Well, why don't you go watch the movie They Live, and then you will know what I'm talking about. That's the message for the sunglasses, because they are decepting us, my friend. We are being decepted. And then go watch the Obama deception. All right. Anybody else want to call up? 212-245-7273. We only got about 8 minutes left. Call up now if you want to get your words in, because we are running short. All right. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I think that the guy who just called is a scumbag, because you have took your glasses off in the past. So you must be a new, viewer. So yeah, you are not hiding. You're the best. Screw him. He's a scumbag.
I appreciate the call. All right. Yeah, it sounds like a regular viewer there. I wouldn't go as far as to call him a scumbag. I think the guy's just a little confused. He doesn't know the message of the show. He's probably a new viewer who doesn't know about They Live. And when you throw on the sunglasses, you see who the real reptilian, the New World Order, the global forces, the globalist forces that have taken over this country and are trying to usurp my United States Constitution. I was trying to ask the gentleman, he was too busy asking about my glasses, what was his take on the United States Constitution? Because my whole premise, my whole purpose about this show is saving the United States Constitution and our God-given, unalienable rights. Like Paul Revere did. Oh boy, I tell you. Well, I have the spirit of Paul Revere in me. This is me sending the message. The redcoats are coming, okay? The redcoats are coming. No, damn it. The redcoats are here, okay? They got here in 1913 when they implemented the Federal Reserve Act a day before Christmas, which basically took over our monetary system, and now banksters run our country. Banksters run our lives. And we live off of fraudulent Federal Reserve, this green paper fraudulent fiat, the monopoly money, okay? It's worth nothing. All right, let's move on to my next article on deck here. Piers Morgan Act to reaffirm Oklahomans' right to bear arms. Yes, in Oklahoma, apparently, the Oklahomans have come up with this Piers Morgan Act, which basically restores the Second Amendment and gives back the rights to the citizens to carry a weapon and defend themselves. It is our God-given right. It is my God-given right to defend myself against all enemies, foreign, domestic, crackhead, whatever you may be. This was written in the Constitution, you know. And now they're having some, basically Piers Morgan is a scumbag on a CNN who's from England, and they don't even want him there. He's wanted on some charges for taking some photos of, I don't know, probably little boys or something, along with the Prince Charles and everybody over there, those reptilian scum. But anyway, you know what? I just want to go to this YouTube clip that basically proves my point. You got an armed carjacking scumbag, and he confronts an armed citizen. This is what happens when good people have guns. Let's go to the clip. And there he goes. Entrada. It's probably in his place of business. They got him staked out. About to walk back out, go to his car, go home, kiss the wife, kiss the kids, let me go back, make sure I lock the door, All right, Lania, all right, time to get in my car and drive home. Like I said, see my wife, see my kids. Oh, what happened there? Bing, 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 oh, ooh, oh, too bad. Let's go back and play that again, right there, just a little bit back where, the perpetrator approaches. Yeah, that's good. Hey, get in his car. Here comes the perp. Give me your car, man. No, I have a gun. Bing, 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 bing. Yep. Had this man not been armed, he'd probably be dead and definitely be carjacked. This is why I believe in the Second Amendment. That's enough of that, sir. Thank you very much. This is why I believe every citizen should be armed. And like George Washington said, if everyone is armed, if everyone in the room has a gun, it is going to be very, very hard for evil to interfere. Just heard about a shooting today in, I think, Maryland. The guy only killed 2 or 3 people, so I'm suspecting somebody drew down on him and he killed himself. That's what happens. All right, moving quick because we got about a minute and a half left. American spies want Edward Snowden dead. You got guys like bigwigs like Zbigniew Brzezinski, who basically wants to kill 1 million people. And he basically wants to kill all the empowered individuals, persons like me and you, who speak out and tell the truth. All right, hit the bumper music, track 2, because we're going to be out of time. Why are dozens of high-ranking officers being purged from the military? Because they're not following Barack Obama's orders. That's why. So if you don't follow the great dictator's orders, you will be fired. You will be purged. It's good. Little lower. Alright. Last article. International Olympic Committee bans image of U.S. Constitution, calling it propaganda. Yes, the committee says that she cannot wear "We the People" on her hockey mask. Meanwhile, the Slovakian hockey team can wear the entire national anthem printed on their jerseys. And what a shame. They're trying to destroy our Constitution and our way of thinking and our way of life. Anyway, we're out of time. God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, you are the resistance.